plan and things don't fall through, we should be on the dot at 7:40 for 450 UID grab. Oh, I lagged out. So Disco Rico. So then we got 7:40 would be 450 UID grab, and then right after that should be the start of the consolation race, 4-lap consolation race, no warm-up lap. That thing kicks right off. And then after that, right into the 450 motos parade lap, followed by 450 Moto 1, 5-minute break, and 450 Moto 2. Like I said, roughly should be about a 3-hour stream tonight. We'll cut it off right in the middle, take a little short 5-ish minute break right after the 250 motos and before the 450 consolation race starts. And it should be a fun night of racing. Not a whole lot to talk about in terms of the points chase for each of these classes, particularly in the 250 class. Matt Burkeen right now running away with the 250 championship. In fact, might be in a position to clinch tonight, and I'll pull that up on my screen right now so I have an idea. But Burkeen definitely far enough away. If he's more than 100 points away from second place after tonight's race, he will be your 250 motocross champion. Alright, looks like we are waiting for a couple riders to load in still. But the 30-minute plus 2-lap call is up, so it is time to go racing. Hang on to your hats and glasses, folks. JLV turns that 30 board sideways. I'm going to take a look at Chase Donovan because he's in a good position here right in the middle. Let's go racing at Unadilla. Oh, it's a good start for the EMC, guys. I saw a couple EMC cowies get to the line, but it's Wilcox on the 32 TM Factory Racing ride that grabs the motorsport.com hole shot. Whoa, blows the rut, and Honeywell right behind him did it as well. And it looks like that's Nikot right there in second as Wilcox leads them through the first time. They're going to go through Gravity Cavity. Opening lap race leader is Thomas Wilcox on the 32. Back to Nikot and Siebold. Those are your number 2 and 3 runners right now. Lee Long sits in the 4th spot with... that's Jared Seidhoff on the 13. Yogi Master Elite. That's interesting name that he is running tonight. Oh, Wilcox drops it with the lead, so he's back to 3rd, and we got a train going at the front as Nikot leads in front of Siebold over the Fly Racing tabletop into the back section here early. Nikot on the 173. Siebold, Wilcox. Oh, Lalong causes a pileup. Seidhoff and Bachelet look to be in there, as well as Honeywell, as Honeywell gets away clean. David Wright, Bachelet, and there's Dade Honeywell on the number 30. Your reigning 250 West Supercross champion from this season is Dade Honeywell, yet to really produce any solid performances outdoors that we expected to see him have after coming off the Supercross season that he did, but trying to turn it around here at Unadilla, runs in the 4th spot. I am totally missing everything on the sky shot as see these guys taking off. Nice group of train right there. There's about 5 riders all sideways. There's more guys getting sideways here. Always nice to see people throwing it on the sky shot. It's one place where it's expected. Oh, Tiberino, nice, lays it over. Somebody boner aired in front of me, and then a rider on that Team Meta ride looks like they got sideways. There's about 7 riders in the air right there, one of them lagging. And one of the TM Factory Racing riders back here getting a little feisty, but we head back up front. Siebold leads him through now at the motorsport.com hole shot area, through the mechanics area. Nikot has dropped back to 2nd. So Siebold, believe this might be his maiden ride for that Team Meta. I did just download his skins tonight, so pretty sure he was just coming off of another team. I know earlier on in the year he was definitely on another team, although I can't seem to remember which team that is right now. Now Siebold leads the race here. Nikot and Wilcox still running in that 2 and 3 spot. Ooh, Nikot a little out of shape. Unfortunately, folks, there will be no shot taking tonight. No alcohol consumption whatsoever for me. I've got to go pick up my girlfriend from the airport tonight at midnight, and don't want to be drunk to do that. Do not condone drunk driving whatsoever, so gonna stay sober tonight. It's all right, we'll have plenty of fun when I'm back here streaming 2 weeks from now at Indiana. Like I said, Jeremy will be covering the live stream next week at Utah as Seabolt brings him down over the sky shot. Not a whole lot of style from most of these guys up here. Wilcox not even throwing it. Honeywell usually gets sideways, but again, everybody just keeping it nice and clean. Good ride for Bachelet in the top 5 early for that TM Factory Racing ride as he throws it pretty far down the hill. Chase Donovan runs in the number 6 ride. See these guys electing to go to the outside to get that drive, and Donovan's going to make it work to his advantage. He goes to the top 5 spot now, around Bachelet. So Donovan, Bachelet still going at it. Then behind them is David Wright as he works his way up the hill. Yannick Mueller and Edward Mora in a little battle here coming out of the Screw U. Mora on a charge, and Mueller makes a little mistake. Here comes Mora around the outside, but Mueller's got the optimal line there. So he works his way back across the mechanics area, still in front of Mora. Then over turf, that's Hunter Porch right there on the number 381. I think his number this year is actually 61. You can see it on his back, but again, idiots that don't run their actual numbers in the game don't tend to get camera time, and I probably won't look at Hunter Porch much more tonight, especially because he's got a pretty dumb name. Cameron Hill, Russ Chapman, and Connor Peavy as they come through out of Gravity Cavity together. These guys are all still up in the points well and truly. Matt Cromie on the 26, the split fire ride. Maxim Tassone out of the consolation race. Dominic Tiverino, Will Whiteley, Connor Linz, and Jared Seidhoff. So Seidhoff, who was up front earlier, has gone down. Oh, we got to stack up Brock Pappy into these guys. Gets around him. Connor Linz still gets up in front of him, and Tassone is down on the inside of the track there. All kinds of chaos. It looks like Cameron Hill just got up from a crash. We'll head back up to the front. Seabolt, nice, comfortable lead for Seabolt so far. Oh, and he has sexual relations with his face and that SpongeBob. And here comes Wilcox leading Honeywell into the corner. Wilcox tried to make a gap happen that really wasn't there. So Seabolt gets up, still leading the race, but now with heavy pressure from Dade Honeywell. And now Wilcox back on the charge in third. Let's go on board with the number 32 ride of Thomas Wilcox here as he jumps back across the start line. Mechanics area on his right. Honeywell and Seabolt in front of him, the 2 race leaders. Oh, Honeywell had an inside line as they drop into Gravity Cavity. These guys are close. Honeywell and Seabolt. Wilcox sends it and somehow lands it, moves into second place. Now to the lead as Seabolt dropped the front wheel. So Wilcox sending it out of Gravity Cavity, takes over the race lead by a mistake from Seabolt in the corner that followed. But Honeywell had nowhere to go because Wilcox landed pretty much in front of him. Honeywell able to pick up the spot on Seabolt as well, but these guys still 1, 2, 3, but order swapped. Instead of Seabolt leading, it's now Wilcox at the front. So 2 guys, Honeywell and Wilcox, that so far have had kind of a rough outdoor. Wilcox turned it around a little bit with a moto win earlier this year, but little under expectations for both of these guys, in my opinion, and right now they're running 1 and 2 and actually getting away from Seabolt here as they head towards the sky shot. So Seabolt still runs in the 3rd spot. Donovan, how about Chase Donovan? He's up into the number 4 ride on that 251 DAM ride, and he's getting sideways on the sky shot. David Wright on that factory Red Bull KTM. Not sure if that's his actual team. Just know that that's the team that Jay Andrew had earlier this year. And David Wright is normally the number 152 And he's running Jay Andrews number 233 KTM, so I'm assuming that's not the team that he's on. He's just running that bike. Edward Mora is behind him in the 6th ride. Nycott has dropped back to 7th. Batchlet, Porch, and Tiberino round out the top 10. So Tiberino on a charge. I saw him pretty far back in the field when we did the Sky Shot overview on lap 1, and he threw it really sideways, but he looked to be outside of the top 20 and now inside of the top 10 after 5 laps of racing, currently on lap number 6, although I think we're just went on to lap number 6, so not quite 5 laps in the books yet for Tiberino, and he's been on a charge trying to get around Hunter Porch. Whoa. Interesting to see the way that these guys attack the exit of Gravity Cavity, because some of them, like Wilcox, you see launching it, others trying to scrub and stay as low as they can, get the power back to the ground. It's good for passing if you launch it, but I think you ultimately lose time if you do that, so really got to make the pass stick if you do launch it. Oh, Porch goes down, and he takes Tiberino with him, and it looks like Connor Linz was able to sneak by, as did Will Whiteley. Ooh, good battle between Mora and David Wright here. Heading to the Sky Shot. Wright and Mora both looking pretty good on the Sky Shot, I must say. Now everybody, it looks like, is going outside, and David Wright just missed a double up the hill, so Edward Mora picks up that spot. He's trying to run down Chase Donovan as he just moved up into the top 5, did Mora. Seabolt still in the number 3 ride. Wilcox and Honeywell. So Honeywell actually took over the lead. We missed Honeywell taking the lead from Wilcox. Taking a look through the field right here. I've yet to see, oh, there he is, P18 Matt Burkeen. Might have moved up since, yeah, now he's running in the 14 spot. So Burkeen had a dreadful start. He's trying to make up lost ground. And Kevin LeLong on the 511 is the guy that Matt Burkeen realistically needs to keep behind him. Burkeen did enter tonight with more than a 100-point lead. In fact, he had a 124-point lead. So actually, after this moto, if he scores more points than Kevin LeLong in this moto, Burkeen will have clinched the title after this first moto, which is pretty astonishing. That's 5 motos, or 2.5 rounds, if you will, early to wrap up this championship. Been a really good year for Matt Burkeen. And almost ironically enough, the guy that beat Matt Burkeen to the 250 West Championship this year, Dade Honeywell, might be en route to his first moto win of the season. After a pretty frustrating season, well, I thought Honeywell might be a guy that could contend with Burkeen. But in the end, Burkeen just obviously proving to be too strong for most of these guys in the field. Looking forward to see Matty B move up to the 450 class next year. I've joked with Burkeen before, said that he's sandbagging, but legitimately this is only Burkeen's second full year now that he's been playing the game. A lot of the guys that you see in the 450 class have been playing this game for upwards of maybe even 7 years. Most of them probably around the 3 to 5 year range though, so Burkeen fairly new to the game. As are most of these people. Seabolt kind of more OG, but Honeywell and Seabolt both kind of newer. Oh, Wilcox goes down at the bottom of Gravity Cavity, and Chase Donovan has just moved up to 3rd, and he's throwing it out of Gravity Cavity. Donovan really feeling it here at Unadilla. The sandbagging in the pros topic is more of a sandbagging the 250 class when the premier class is the 450 class. I've always felt in this game that if you win a 250 class championship, it means way less significance than winning a 450 class championship. And it kind of proves my point with how much people can be sandbagging in this when Hunter Root, who ended up being your 450 Supercross champion, came into the season believing that he was going to race the 250 East Championship. Raced Anaheim 1, I believe he finished 5th there, and was able to race the next couple rounds. He actually won at Phoenix, and even though he was leading the championship going into that point, led the championship by the time the East had come around, he still almost raced the 250 East Championship. And the real reason that didn't end up happening was that Michael Wheeler finally, after so many years of people asking him to do it, put the knish on people in the top 10 being able to drop down to the 250 East. Very kind of famously screwed Craig Richards out of a chance to challenge for that title. Richards was inside of the top 10 in the 450 championship going east, and he was not too happy, and we haven't seen Craig race since then. Kind of maybe being a little bit of a baby about it at this point, but no Craig Richards since then because of that rule. But yeah, the 450 class, definitely the premier class. You want to win a championship in this game, that is the place to do it. So the top two of Honeywell and Seabolt have been able to stretch it out over Chase Donovan, who's still just whipping it out over the finish line out of Gravity Cavity. Edward Mora runs in the 4th spot. David Wright is in 5th. Nycott in 6th. Wilcox back to 7th after his fall off. Here's Tiberino up to 8th now, so Tiberino's charge is halted as he's about 10 seconds off of the back of Wilcox. And Kevin LeLong, that's the guy that we were talking about, he runs in the 9th spot. If he finishes ahead of Matt Burkeen in this moto, he mathematically keeps the championship alive. But that's it, pretty much. Burkeen, otherwise, pretty much in a league of his own. In fact, LeLong, the only person left that is mathematically alive, I believe. So there you have it. Will Whiteley inside of the top 10. There's Jared Seidhoff with Connor Peavy behind him. And Daniel Batchlett with, that looks like Jack Haley. Yeah, 54 of Jack Haley. Hunter Porch, Brock Pappy, and here is Matt Burkeen. And Burkeen now runs in the 17th spot. So Burkeen having a tough go of it here at Unadilla. Again, no need to worry about points, really. Pretty much has this championship sewed up. Oh my, does that bike look nice with that number 18 red plate. Burkeen throwing it on the sky shot. That was a good battle between Pappy and Porch. Pappy charging into that corner. Look, he's going to try an inside here, and Porch slides out. So Burkeen also going to pick up a spot. And Chromie to the inside on the 26 also gets another spot. Burkeen jumped off the track to the left side. Oh, he goes for the jump onto the table. Matt Burkeen jumps table to table there. I saw him doing that earlier today in a server. That was huge. Able to pull away from Chromie a little bit and on to Pappy a little bit more. So we're a little past halfway of this first 250 moto here. 17.5 minutes into this 30-minute plus 2-lap race. And up front, it is still Dade Honeywell, although he is buried in some lap traffic here. One of those is Zach Prokop on the 777 right behind him. Can't quite make out the number who's in front of him. Now that looks like the 156. Is that Monty Wilson racing tonight, or is it somebody else? Oh, it's Zoa Cross. So these guys are lapping up to 29th right now. That's Pro Cop on the 777 and 30th. But look at Seabolt trying to charge forward. Whoa, goes through our camera. Oh, and he's down with Cross. Doesn't fall off the bike though. His positions seem to be swapping a lot. Wilcox was back to 7th. He's back up to 4th now. Our rider's down in the corner here, as Chase Donovan still sits in a podium position. Great ride for Donovan. Mora, David Wright, and Nycott locked in a little three-way battle here for 5th. Here is Edward Mora. So things have settled down a little bit more at the front. Honeywell was starting to come under attack there from Seabolt, but that was more or less due to lap traffic. So Honeywell able to get away pretty clean now. Trying to clear my throat, freaking killing me. Question in chat, have I seen any of Edward Mora's edits? Yes, I have. I know that he used to go by the name of Sinosure, and now Sino, and Mora's pretty good. The only person that ever sends me stuff to upload on the Moto Gamers channel anymore. Honeywell looks like he's riding quite comfortable up here at the front. As long as he's not amidst lappers, he looks like he's got things pretty under control. Seabolt trying to keep him honest, so one crash could do it. Chase Donovan. Edward Mora now up to 4th as Wilcox has dropped back to 5th. He's got David Wright right there behind him. Dominic Tiberino up to 7th, so Tiberino continues to charge forward. Oh. He gets into a hay bale. Whoa, we got somebody coming through. Nycott out of shape. Oh, excuse me. Tiberino didn't even lose a spot, but side hop now right behind him. And Nycott, Whiteley. Ooh, I thought Whiteley might get into the SpongeBobs. Connor Peavy, Jack Haley. Oh, Kevin LeLong dropping back a little bit more. Brock Pappy just got by him, and the next guy up would be Matt Burkeen. So Burkeen not too far off from looking in the eye of that championship point. As it stands, after this moto, LeLong would be 123 points behind Matt Burkeen. However, if Matt Burkeen is able to catch and pass LeLong and even finish one position in front of him, that would split it out to 125. 125 points is identical to how many points you can score in 5 races. And since Matt Burkeen has more moto wins on the season than LeLong, and it'd probably be doubtful that LeLong could win the next 5, pretty much the championship is looking to be sewn up in Matt Burkeen's favor, even as we run. A little off topic from the race, but question to anybody that's hanging out in our Twitch chat, how many people we've got watching currently? I know somebody just said that chat seems a little dead. I know we got a couple people chatting, but it'd be nice to have more people hanging out. Just want to know how many people are actually hanging out. great if you all could provide that information as we continue to watch some battles happen here. Sidehoff is gotten by David Wright. And so did Tiberino. But Tiberino, again, the same exact hay bale as the lap before. We have 43 in here. Rock on. Man, these guys have really stretched it out at the front. Honeywell and Seabolt pretty far ahead, and here's Chase Donovan. He's about, if I could guess, 20 seconds behind, at least behind those guys, as Seabolt already landing the sky shot. So there's Seabolt and Donovan heading towards the back now. Then Edward Mora pretty far back as well, and Mora is in 4th. Wilcox has a lapper all over him. Then it's Jared Sidehoff running in the 6th spot. Dominic Tiberino holding down 7th. David Wright is 8th, but he's on the ground. Whiteley not close enough to get up there and pass him, though. And then Brock Pappy, the 144 machine, rounds out the top 10. Nycott in 11th, Lalong in 12th, and Burkeen in 13th. PB 14th, Haley 15th, Batchlet 16th, Yannick Mueller in 17th, Connor Linz 18th, Hunter Porch 19th, and Ben Seberg in the top 20. Seberg wanted me to give him a shout out tonight. All the way from England, Ben Seberg holding down a point. Real battle to watch, again, though, is between Matt Burkeen and Lalong just went down. So Burkeen now in the driver's seat looking to clinch his first ever professional MX Simulator Racing Championship right here, right now. He's got about 5 minutes left, and the championship will be his. Honeywell's still leading here on the sky shot. Trying to find a battle. It looks like Mora is starting to close up on Chase Donovan. Let's go on board with Edward Mora here. 59.9 last time by. His best lap at a 59.5. Oh, and he just loses the front wheel. And just when he thought he was going to save it, he freaks out and runs into a lapper. So Donovan now long gone. And Tiberino up into the top 5. Woo! Tiberino's still throwing it on the sky shot. Love it. Oh, and then he gets all out of shape. Looks like Chase Donovan had a couple lappers there he was trying to deal with at the bottom of Screw You. Oh, David Wright and Will Whiteley going at it. This is for the 8th spot. And Brock Pappy not too far behind them, just at the base of your screen there as he entered, is running in the number 10 spot, or excuse me, the 9 spot. Ah, I can't believe Pappy saved that. Thought for sure I was about to go back to him laying on the ground. Oh, Sidehoff is down in Gravity Cavity, and he might get passed by all 3 of these guys. See, David Wright is not even going to pass him. Wow, I thought Sidehoff would be down longer, but able to get out of Gravity Cavity pretty good. Whiteley now almost threw it up the inside of Wright, who's starting to lag a little bit here. So Sidehoff, probably the faster of these guys, is going to try to get back away from them. Oh, looks like Whiteley just lost the front end back there, so Pappy gets by, and Burkeen now up into the top 10. And the next closest competitor, like I said, I believe is mathematically eliminated, but it would be Victor Nykot, and Nykot is still behind Burkeen, so Burkeen knows exactly where he needs to be in terms of the championship hunt. Dualies? Oh, yeah, baby. This is the 1 week where dualies really are probably going to be a big deal. And I can't drink. Bummer. Oh, I totally missed it, but Dade Honeywell blew the lead somehow in a big way. Good Lord, he lost a lot of time. If you take Seabolt maybe not going down, I think Honeywell had 2 fall-offs, because that's about 20 to 25 seconds of time that Honeywell has lost. Because now Honeywell more than 10 seconds back of Seabolt. So Seabolt now looking like he might be in the driver's seat to pick up his first moto win of the year. Oh, good save, and cross jumps the ruts, but doesn't go down, fortunately, as Cameron Hill tries to jump by him. Interestingly enough, taking a look at the results again here, Burkeen has plenty of moto wins to go around to himself this year, but the next closest person in points that even has a moto win is P7 Thomas Wilcox, who has 168 points to Matt Burkeen's 368, so Wilcox not even close to championship contention. Everybody else, 2 through 6, not won a moto. Lalong, Nykot, Honeywell, Tiberino, and Seabolt all have not won a moto to this point, although Seabolt may get one here, and if he doesn't, it's going to go to Honeywell, so one of those 2 guys are going to break their streak this season of no moto wins, but in the top 6 in points. Oh, Seabolt looks like he may have just had a mistake. Let's go on board with Dade Honeywell again as they go across the line. You can see Seabolt right in front of him. This is tightening up. Rider down. Got some lappers. They move out of the way nicely. That looks like it's probably Hunter Porch. And Porch trying to get out of the way, and he does. Honeywell comes through. Another lapper on the right side of the track. Seabolt streaking away there in the white. Oh, Honeywell looking really feisty here. We got 4 riders about to hit the sky shot. Oh, everybody getting sideways. Nice. Even Honeywell with the onboard here. Oh, Honeywell really charging down the hill. He's trying to get the drive. He just missed that lapper somehow. Both him and Seabolt just missed that lapper that crashed right between them. Oh, man, Honeywell wants Seabolt for breakfast. I believe this will be the white flag next time by. Past the mechanics area one more time. Seabolt actually able to stretch it back out a little bit more as they come to the finish line to get the white flag. Check the left side of your screen as they come out of gravity cavity. You should see the flag go from green to white, and there it is, white flag in the air. And the battle for the lead is on your screen. The battle for the win is on your screen. Seabolt ahead of Honeywell. Who's going to get it? This is going to come right down to the end. Oh, man. Siebelt's got to be feeling the pressure. Honeywell all over the back of him here. Coming down. And back up. Oh, my goodness. They almost touched exiting that complex down there in the back. Who's going to get the drive through the rollers? Looks like both of them got a pretty even drive. Honeywell able to charge into corners a little better, but he blows the inside. That's going to cost some time right there. Oh, man. Oh, rider down. Oh, man. Oh, Honeywell down. Pushed the front end a little bit too much, and he goes down. So Siebolt able to get away. So he's going to try to lead them down here. One more time down into Screw You. And how about it? This is looking like one hell of a debut ride on Team Meta for Jeremy Siebolt. And how about it? Meta, great company, owned by verbmoto.com, company that I happen to work for. Gonna find themselves on the top step of the podium for the first time. So we wait. It's one more corner, this little double and a final corner. Siebolt breaks up his dry spell in the Nationals. He's going to come through and win his first moto of the season. Jeremy Siebolt, number 46. How about it? Well done, son. As we wait for Honeywell to come through in second now, and he should get that just fine. The battle for the final podium spot is on, though. Wilcox and Mora going at it. We've lost Chase Donovan, which is unfortunate, but these guys are still fighting to the line. Oh, man, Wilcox feeling feisty, comes in hot. Oh, Mora pushes it. They're both down, and Mora gets up first. Oh, Wilcox isn't done just yet. But Mora's got the preferred line going into the final corner. He just needs to hold it on. Down gravity cavity, and Mora gets the final podium spot here in Moto 1. Wilcox misses out. Still a brilliant ride for Donovan to end up in the top 5. A good charge for Tiberino. He ends up 6th. Then it looks like Seidhoff has 7th locked down. Pappy in 8th. David Wright in 9th. Will Whiteley in 10th. And here it is. The glory ride. Matt Burkeen is about to come down and cross the finish line. And 5 motos early, Matt Burkeen becomes your 2015 Motorsport.com 250 Outdoor National Champion. There it is. Burkeen with an 11th wraps it up. And PV comes through in 12th. Nycott now knows the championship is over. He will pick up 13th. Haley 14th. Linz looks like he's all alone at 15th. Mueller, Seberg, Porch, Bachelet, and Cameron Hill. So it looks like Kevin LeLong must have quit. Yeah. So how about it? Matty B, Matt Burkeen is your champion. Anybody congratulating him in chat yet? Doesn't look like it. People congratulating Siebolt and others for their runs. Cuts are in. Let's see if anybody was affected. Doesn't look like anybody in the top 10. Nope, cuts didn't affect anybody in the top 20, so points stay as stood now as final results are in from this moto. Matt Burkeen, your champion, and Jeremy Siebolt picks up his first moto win of the season. So now we got a 5-minute break coming up. Kellen, where's the new sounds? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, where is Siebolt? Is he throwing whips over here? Looks like it. He's celebrating, which he rightfully should. Or he's just riding the track backwards. Oh, that first Moto win. Must be nice. I would know so. I've done one. Oh, that's gonna hurt Hunter Porch. His back is gonna be swollen in the morning. You're champion. Oh. Keen going around for a little victory ride, it looks like here. Not trying to take any of the glory away from Seabolt. Great ride from Seabolt here to win that first moto, but Burkeen wrapping her up early. Let's see what he's got for us here on the Sky Shot. Let's throw it, boy. Oh, yeah, baby. Nice. Good style, as always, from Matt Burkeen. And now that style has equated into a championship for the number 18 ride. So I'm not sure what we're waiting for. We might have, yeah, we already got the 5-minute brake signal. So I'm actually going to put the camera over here, and I'll be right back in just a moment, folks. Stick with us. We're coming back with Moto 2 in just a sec. And we're back. Go over to the Sky Shot as people requested. Just floating over the Unadilla Valley. People throwing it over here. Let's see. I'll sit in the grandstands just like any normal person. Not a lot of people doing anything over here. Oh, that looked nice. Get a little zoom action here. Let's zoom in to maybe 60. Oh, Doctor, that was one of the Prestige Worldwide riders getting absolutely backwards with one of the Twitch whips. Do my hands hurt after 30-minute moto? Sometimes it depends. They have in the past in some races, but sometimes it just, I flow enough that it doesn't really hurt. But as people pointed out on my controller setup tutorial video earlier this week, I move my fingers around a lot on the controller. Man, people are getting just backwards over here. All right, here we go for Moto 2. I'm going to try to do something if I can. All right, hopefully I can get over there in time. Floor it! Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Come on, through the trees, through the trees, through the trees. All right. Got a view of the sky shot. And do this. Numlock 1. Let's go racing a Unadilla 250 Moto 2. I made it in time. You'll see what I was doing in a second. Will Wiley with the whole shot here in Moto number 2. So Wiley on the 318 over Nycott. Nycott, 2 really good starts. Whoa, Nycott out of shape, and that looks like Wilcox up front again. So a couple meta riders with the early leads. Siebel was up there last time. Now Wiley is up here. Wilcox, just like before, is up here. Another good start for Batchlet. There's Bryce Whelan and Nycott, and it looks like Wilcox or somebody just went down. Yeah, Wilcox was down. He's gone missing. There he is, now in 4th. And we got Jack Haley, Zach Prokop into the cheap seats over there. So let's go back up front. Want to keep tabs on the leader, see where he is. As Will Whiteley works his way into the back here. And he should be the first person that we see going over the sky shot. So let's do this, folks. Let's take it off of Whiteley, and I'm on the line. Here we go. Sky shot. Whiteley leads over the sky shot. Then we got Wilcox, Whelan, Batchlet, Nycott, Haley. Look at these guys. Yeah, baby. Throwing it. Opening lap style for days. These guys are all getting sideways. Woo, baby. Love it. Nothing like some mid-moto style. We'll wait for the last of the runners to come through. Want to get everybody have their shot. It looks like it might be Cameron Hill that I saw coming through last. So we'll wait to see Hill. Look at Burkeen. Burkeen is way back there. He just landed. All right, it looks like everybody's gone through, so we'll go back up to the front. And it's Wilcox who now leads, as Whiteley blew it up front while we were watching the sky shot. I'm sorry, I can't take shots tonight, guys. I've got to go pick up my girlfriend from the airport. I will not drink and drive. Oh, Wilcox into the bales. And Bryce Whelan takes over the race lead. So Whelan for Moto Option Clothing. Running up nice and well here. Leading this thing with Wilcox already on the back pressuring, and Wilcox has got a brilliant liner on the outside here. He might have the inside into the corner. No, Whelan is gonna shut the door just barely. Oh, and then he goes down. Oh, and then more stack up. Jack Haley gets screwed. So Wilcox will lead him through. We'll leave the sky shot thing for the first lap because people are more close together then and it's more interesting. But Wilcox still able to throw it nicely. Oh, Nycott. Bad kick. Almost went over the bars. Just leave Bay at airport. Nah. She's been gone for 4 days. She's coming back from Orlando. She's getting in at midnight. I'm not going to leave her at the airport. Wilcox, Nycott. Wheeling, standing it up. He's going to lose the spot to Seberg. So Seberg, really good turnaround moto here. In the top 3, and Wheeling way out of shape, losing more positions. Oh, somebody just did a 360 and it caused everybody to sack up, although nobody went down, fortunately. That was a Weston Overturf. Oh, God. Shout out to Heckman in chat, giving some updates on where the important people are in this race. As he was saying, it looks like we've got Burkeen and Honeywell way back there. Last time by, Honeywell checked in the 33 spot. Let's see the running order across the top of your screen right now. And see Honeywell is now 30th, so bad moto for Honeywell so far. And if you want to view live timing for yourself, just head over to racefactorgaming.com/live-timing. Give you in-race updates as it goes on. Shows everybody's best lap, their last lap, what lap they ran their best lap on, the gap to the previous rider, and the gap to the leader in a live timing updated manner. Great feature that Michael Wheeler put together over there at racefactorgaming.com. Really doesn't get used enough. I wish more people would go over and check that out. So Wilcox has about a 4-second lead over Victor Nycott here. And Seberg really on the charge here. In fact, I want to go on board with Ben Seberg. Oh, I forgot I'm still in 60 FOV. Let's go ahead and zoom back out to about 110, where we were before. Seberg looks like he is charging up onto the back of Nycott. Look at that, a 59.3 for Seberg. It's always fun to go on board with these guys and watch them ride, I must say. Especially get that live in-race action. Great stuff. So if nothing less than trying to catch Nycott in front of him, Ben Seberg giving you a great view of the track here at Unadilla here for 250 Moto 2. Oh, and Wilcox is down with the lead. So there it goes, just like that. Now Nycott leads the race, and Ben Seberg moves into that second spot. And man, oh man, is there quite the train gathering up. You got Nycott leading the race, and we got Seberg, Yannick Mueller, that's Jared Seidhoff, Thomas Wilcox, and then here comes Will Whiteley, and he's got Weston Overturf on the back of him, although Overturf just made a big old bobble at the bottom of the hill. Connor Lynn's inside of the top 10, Rush Chapman. Chapman seems to get good starts, but yet to be able to put together a full good moto up at the front. David Wright just slid out at the bottom of Screw You, but nowhere near him is Jack Haley, and Bryce Whelan, and Tyler Lewis. So Lalong just coming in chat. Thank you, Heckman, for letting us know. Already out of the race. And Lalong did start the race, completed 3 laps, but he's out of it. And it's looking like Lalong is going to lose second in the championship to his teammate, Victor Nykot, after tonight. But it might all change up. Honeywell was right there behind Nykot, and actually, due to first moto results, Honeywell would be in front of Nykot, and actually also would have passed Lalong. So Honeywell might be provisionally second place in the championship as we run, but of course Honeywell has got a long ways to go from his bad start. Ooh, Whelan goes down. Nykot trying to turn things around though this moto, as he is currently your race leader. Jared Seidhoff, good turnaround moto so far, runs in the second spot. Yannick Mueller chop blocking Thomas Wilcox. Yeah, Banjo in chat. I'm not gonna try to tool with my first-person settings right now, but I will give yours a try at some point. Wilcox inside move, and it takes them both down. Kind of a racing incident. Wilcox tried to get the line. Mueller was trying to shut the door. In the end, they both lose 1 position. Mueller lost 2 positions. Wilcox actually stayed in the same spot, but Ben Sieber got by them both. So it looks like this is now going to be a battle between Nykot and Seidhoff. Man, Boner Air City from Nykot up front. Well, Seidhoff trying to get to that inside line. Gonna cost him a little bit. When I do take shots, it's normally just like Pinnacle Vodka or Sky Vodka or something like that. Vodka. I've had rum shots before, but rum doesn't affect me as much, so normally it's not as fun for you guys. Oh man, I have got to sneeze. Oh, I hate when you can't sneeze and your nose just turns into a stuffy mess. Man, this is a really good battle. Let's actually go on board with Seidhoff here. All over the back of Victor Nykot. Probably running quicker lap times. Let's take a quick peek. Yeah, 59.2 to 57s for Seidhoff. Whoa, tripling there. What a line, and he almost made it work for the lead. Oh, both got hung up a little bit there. Whoa, Nycott. Whoa, big kick in the ruts there. Dualies. Oh, baby. Side off. Almost landed on Nycott. Inside move. Is he going to be able to nail the double? Either way, he cut him off. And yeah, side off takes over the lead. I guess Nycott must have messed up the corner down there. So Sidehoff to the race lead now. Nycott back to second, and then we look back here at Wilcox, who's just dropping down into Screw You as they come out of it. Good ride so far for Yannick Mueller. Must say, in some very fancy-looking One Industries gear as well. Haven't seen that colorway before. Looks pretty nice. Got this like yellow and green vibe. Of course, One Industries, a former sponsor of Race Factory Gaming, used to give out prizes, and a former presenting sponsor of this outdoor national championship. So cool to see them get represented in this game every once in a while. Ben Seberg back here, then Will Whiteley, Weston Overturf, Rush Chapman, Connor Linz, Matt Burkeen, David Wright, Jack Haley, whoop, that's a bad camera angle, sorry, Bryce Whelan, Tyler Lewis, Chase Donovan, Hunter Porch, Dade Honeywell, and Jeremy Siebold are both back here. This is 17th and 18th on track, so Porch runs in the 16th spot, Donovan 15th, Lewis 14th, Whelan 13th, Haley 11th, Wright in 10th, Burkeen up inside of the top 10 as well, and 9th, Linz, Chapman, Overturf, Whiteley. Oh, we got a rider down, and that is that's Wilcox. So Wilcox is down, and it looks like Whiteley, trying to avoid him, got into a tough block, so that might be 2 spots picked up. Yeah, it is for Weston Overturf. So Overturf in front of these guys now as they work their way down to the Sky Shot. Got a 3-rider train here. Overturf backwards on the Sky Shot. Whiteley got pretty sideways too, but he gooned out and went into the tough blocks on the side of the track, or rather hay bales those are. Chapman and Connor Lynn showing us how it's done. Matt Burkeen also getting nice and sideways. Oh, Ben Seberg is down here at the top of the hill. Whiteley is going to just not get around him, but Wilcox and Overturf both did. My nose is still so jacked up from not being able to sneeze. Oh, I hate it. Well, it doesn't look like this battle for the lead is over yet. Let's go on board with Nycott now. Looks like Sidehoff has come back to his clutches. They might have both gone down. Man, these guys just never let off the gas, huh? Wide open off of every jump. All right, let's see if we've got some more whip shenanigans on the Sky Shot. Sidehoff able to get away a little bit. Sidehoff lays it over a little farther than Nycott. Looks like Nycott actually scrubbed that one. Goodness gracious, Nycott really charges down that hill. Now Sidehoff is electing to go outside there as well. Probably just so that he can make sure to double up that and not lose time to Nycott. Ooh, Nycott, cheeky inside line, but it kind of screwed him on the way out, and he got a really bad drive up. overalls, as they run, are all over the place. Honestly don't know who would be in line for the overall, especially with the guys back here. Seabolt now in front of Honeywell. But that doesn't really matter. These guys, even though Seabolt won the first moto, being in 18th is not going to win you the overall. Honeywell back here as well. I mean, by my best calculations from that first moto, I believe Wilcox is in a good position here in 5th. Because a lot of these guys that are up front were not right at the sharp end of the field at the end of that first moto. Seidhoff, I think, is in a pretty good position. Good ride from Ben Seberg in the number 4 spot. Question in chat, what kind of lap times are they running? Let's give you guys a brief idea of what lap times they're running right now. The fastest lap last time by on the track on my screen is a 1:59.2 from Seidhoff. Seidhoff's best is a 1:57.6. Nycott's best was a 1:59.2. Mueller's best was a 1:58.5. Ben Seberg's best was a 1:59.2. Thomas Wilcox's best was a 1:57.6. Seeing down, it doesn't look like anybody has run better than a 1:57.632, which was Wilcox's best lap. Ooh, thanks Blind Brian for pouring out a nice rum and coke. I hope you enjoy that. Wish I could be right there with you enjoying one. So it's still Seidhoff with a little under 10 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Leading this thing. Oh man, Nycott scaring me. Looks like lappers are maybe a little bit more of a problem this moto. Nycott's starting to make all kinds of mistakes. Oh, and just as I go back to him, Yannick Mueller goes down, but he is going to get up well before Wilcox gets there, so Mueller's going to hang on a second. Wilcox just now coming into frame. That is okay, ladies and gentlemen. I do not need transportation to the airport. All right, later, Heckman. Thanks for joining us tonight. And there goes race leader Seidhoff, Nycott, then Mueller, and Wilcox. As I said, Wilcox probably in the best position to win the overall. Oh, Matt Burkeen has made a nice charge. He is up into 5th. Well, here we go. Good battle between teammates, Overturf and Whiteley. Maybe I was just deceived by my peripheral vision, but I thought Whiteley literally went through a SpongeBob just a second ago. Guess he did not. All right, thank you, Devin Davis, for that update in chat. Sidehoff on 39 points, supposedly is in line for the overall. Seabolt needs to get up to 6th to challenge for that overall. This battle's still going on between teammates. Russ Chapman behind them. Spoke earlier that Chapman always seems to get good starts but never puts a motor together. Now, having a great ride. Still inside the top 10 with just over 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. David Wright has pressure from Seabolt, so here's Seabolt. Give you an idea where he is. He is in 11th right now. Right behind David Wright, who holds down the last position in the top 10. Seabolt looks like he is all business right now, wants to win this overall. Oh, Seabolt trying some different lines. It's going to cross over. He almost got taken out by David Wright. Again, following him into the corner. Seabolt thought about it. It looks like they're both being held up a little, or excuse me, Seabolt's getting held up a little bit right now by David Wright because suddenly Jack Haley is in the mix here on the 54. Haley, an American citizen, but lives in India right now. Always tends to have some lag problems, and you can see it's very prominent there as he continues to Christmas tree in and out. Yes, Big Fluffy Chicken, Matt Burkeen was in fact doubling onto that second table before the start straight. I know, it's baffling. I was watching him do it earlier today in a server, and it is huge. And I think it's just a little bit faster too. Oh, Seabolt almost made it work in the end. Not able to get it done, and now Jack Haley's trying to get him. And Seabolt slid out, so Jack Haley gets by. Now Haley's going to try to go get David Wright. Oh, we got a rider down. That was, must have been Daniel Batchlett on the TM Factory Racing team. If I get the chance next time, I'll try to key in on Burkeen trying to do that line. We got a rider down. That was a Labber. Almost took Nycott with him. Back to third, Yannick Mueller. We got a rider sitting sideways in the middle of the track. That is no bueno. Let's see if I can figure out who that is. Oh, Brock Pappy. Unbelievable. Brock Pappy tends to complain about other riders doing stupid stuff. Well, this is a pretty stupid thing to do. Sit in the middle of the track. I'm sure that'll earn him a nice little suspension. Head back up. Try to pick up these guys coming through. Oh, Maverickine, the inside of Wilcox just got him. I think. Nope, that was a lapper. I'm sorry. Wilcox is right here on the 32. That must have been Batchlet, Wilcox's teammate that he just went by. So let's stick with Burkine here and see if he's still nailing that line. What he does here is he goes way outside. You'll see him land off the side of the track, and then he gets on the gas. And nope, looks like he may have been balked there a little bit by that TM Factor Racing guy. So the top 5 fairly spread out. Overturf 6th, Chapman 7th. Good little battle going on between these two. Here's Will Whiteley, Ben Seberg, David Wright in the top 10, Jack Haley, Jeremy Siebold, Dade Honeywell. So Honeywell trying to make ground here, get back into the top 10 perhaps. Oh, Rider down. That's another TM Factor Racing guy. Wow. Look at this train going over the finish line out of gravity cavity. Oh, Jack Haley and David Wright side by side. And Haley makes the move stick. And then, oh, looks like Siebold got into it with Honeywell. And there's a lapper, I think, behind them. Yeah, it's a lapper. Now Siebold trying to get David Wright as well, and they cross lines, and now he's side by side, landing around the outside, gets him, and then Honeywell goes to the inside. Oh, I thought he was going to make that pass stick on David Wright. Unbelievable battling there for a second. Head back up here. Burkine's just about to get to that jump again, so again, we'll stick with him and see if he nails it. Not too far behind Wilcox. So yeah, look at, he goes way out here, comes across, launches, and sticks the landing. So that's table to table, and he gains some significant ground there. As you can see, Wilcox now pretty close to him. Trying to figure out some point stuff. I was taking a look at Devin Davis writing in chat about how it's going to work out, and looks like that Seidhoff with a 7-1 should be in line for the overall, unless Siebold can get up to 6, which looks like it's unlikely. If Seidhoff were to end up losing the race, which looks highly unlikely now as he's got a massive lead, then Siebold would only need to get to 9th. But I don't think that's going to happen, so we're just settling in now to see whether or not Siebold can get up into the top 6. And yeah, he's pretty damn far back, so unlikely that that's going to happen. Seidhoff should be getting the white flag next time by even, so we need an onboard of that Burkine thing. Well, I don't mind going on board with Matt Burkine, especially when he's closing up to battle with these guys. Let's see if he might do this jump again. A couple corners away still as he doubles his way up the hill. He's got Wilcox right in front of him, and then Nikot ahead of that, and then really he's not too far off of P2, which is going up the other way. So you see, here he is. He goes around the outside, and I'll just let him do the talking. Got it. Now he's right on Wilcox again. Look at that. You lose a little ground by going so far wide there, but the time that you make up by actually nailing that, I think pays dividends. This is a really good battle. I'm very impressed with Yannick Mueller again, holding it down in second. And it's the white flag right now. Nycott, Wilcox, Burkeen are all here to do battle. Oh man, these guys are all so close. Sideoff looks like he's got this thing well and truly in the bag. Nycott nearly jumps off the track there, and they end up checking up. Oh, and Wilcox slides out. Burkeener on the outside is going to move up into fourth. So it's left between Nycott and Mueller at this point, although Mueller able to stretch it out a little bit more. Here we go. Sidehoff trying to bring it home. He's up at the front. Here's Mueller in second, Nycott third. Again, we don't believe Seabolt is going to get up to sixth as he's still in 10th. So it's Sidehoff's overall to lose at this point. Ooh, plot twist. Apparently, if Wilcox finishes second, he wins the overall. Here's Wilcox in fifth. And Burkeen is going to try to nail this line again and close up to get to second. And he's down. There he goes. So Wilcox is going to get a free spot. Meanwhile, Sideoff has done everything he needed to do to win the overall by winning the second moto here. Mueller and Nycott are going to fight to the end. If these guys go down, Wilcox suddenly takes over the overall. So who is it going to be? These guys are going to fight to the line. Down into gravity cavity. Nycott launches to the line. It's Mueller in second. Nycott third. Wilcox comes home in fourth. And Matt Burkeen, do or die on the last lap with that table-to-table jump. He's going to end up in fifth, but he still comes home from this event as your champion of the 2015 250 Outdoor Championship. Over turf, gonna drop down into the gravity cavity. Really good ride for the 255 as he comes home in sixth. Russ Chapman puts a whole motor together and picks up a seventh. Ben Seberg off the track, but still holds down. Oh, no, excuse me. Will Whiteley just got by. So Whiteley looks like he's gonna pick up eighth. Yes, I did, Devin Davis. I downloaded your pack. Whiteley in eighth, Ben Seberg in ninth. Jeremy Seabolt knows that the overall has slipped from his grasp as he comes home in 10th. 110 scores on the day. In the end, a bad start in Moto 2 has killed Jeremy Seabolt from getting his first career overall. Jack Haley, 11th. Connor Lynn's 12th. Dade Honeywell, 13th. So 213 for Honeywell. You can tell he's frustrated as he rage quit before he even got out of the sky. David Wright ends up 14th. Tyler Lewis in 15th. Hunter Porch in 16th. Bryce Whelan and Chase Donovan to the line. This is going to be 17th and 18th. And they're through. Cuts are in. Let's see. Looks like Hunter Porch got a spot on Tyler Lewis. And that's it. So there it is. Jared Sidehoff, the number 13 ride, wins the overall here at Unadilla in the 250 class. But the story of the day, without a doubt, the number one, aka the number 18 that he's been all year, but ran number one this moto, Matt Burkeen, is your 2015 250 outdoor champion. We're going to be taking a quick break here and come back on the other side of this break with 450 racing, so stick tight. You're watching the 2015 Motorsport.com Outdoor National Championship presented by Race Factory Gaming.